Hello, guys. So it's a little later now. I'm much more calm after seeing the initial live stream. Um, so I wanted to go over scene by scene everything that we see in the trailer and just give a full breakdown and analysis over it. So starting off, we see Max and Chloe back at Arcadia Bay. Max throwing the gun in double exposure into the storm. Then we see the scene of Chloe. It looks like future Chloe standing in front of the lighthouse at Arcadia Bay. But at first I thought it was Arcadia Bay and I got so excited, but no, I'm pretty sure this is just a nightmare or a memory that she is having. Then we see the scene of Max arriving at a crime scene with police officers running by her. It's actually campus security, it looks like. Then it cuts to Max in front of the observatory where the statue is. And the statue has some graffiti on it. It says, "Stop the lies." And also, if you look in the back, it says, "Down with Abraxas." Now, what I think that means, I think it means we're going to get a lot more information on the Abraxas Society and what their intentions are and just some lore on it. Because if you remember in Double Exposure, we didn't get much lore on the Abraxas Society. It was very vague. I remember we got a little box with, I honestly don't even know what was in it. I don't remember what it was, but it was not important at all. So maybe we're going to find out more about the Abraxas Society here in Life is Strange Reunion.
But now, I only have 3 days to save everyone.
She mentions she only has 3 days to stop the fire from happening. Also in this scene, we see Moses holding Sophie on top of the observatory, yelling for Max's help. In the building, it just blows up like just a little bit. We see Max talking to this security guard or cop, I honestly don't know. Then in this little clip here, we can see a close-up of the lock on these plywood boards. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. And if you remember back from where she was standing in front of the observatory, there were plyboards up all around the building. So it looks like the observatory is off limits for some unknown reason. Something weird's going on with the observatory. Maybe it has to do with the Abraxas Society. But yeah, it's off limits. We see Max taking a picture of something. I don't know if it was a selfie or if it was of something else. Then she drops it. The camera ended up actually taking the picture, it looks like. As I was editing this, I took a closer look at the shot, and it honestly looks like she burnt her hand. Like the camera, her Polaroid camera was like hot. So maybe in another timeline, the camera was like in a fire or something. I don't know. That's just what it looks like to me. We see this student who is in the building while it's on fire. Max is trying to save them. I remember in the live stream they mentioned that a lot of people can die in this fire, so it's our job to save them from dying, which is crazy. If it's how it sounds, this game is going to be so sad. It's really going to be so sad. Like, imagine Amanda, Ven, Moses, all of them being able to die in the fire. Guys, that's gonna be so sad. I don't think I'll ever recover. We see Max looking at this selfie she took of herself. It looks like she's standing perhaps on the observatory. I don't know. It looks like it's the lake by campus. I think we could see the campus here to her left. Yeah, that's probably what she's gonna go back to. Then it reveals that there's one last chance to rewind time. So rewind power is back, guys. Max is officially going back to her original rewind power. And here you can see, guys, this is fucking beautiful. It takes place in the fall, clearly. Oh, wait, you know what I just realized? Okay, so this has to be like, what, 8-ish months, 6 to 8 months after the events of Double Exposure, because Double Exposure obviously took place in winter and now it's fall again. So yeah, it had to be like 6 to 8 months ish after. Okay, interesting. But it looks beautiful. I love the colors of the trees. We haven't seen a Life is Strange entry take place in the fall, which I love that they started out with winter and then went to fall. Like this deck 9 you 8 with that. We see Max talking to Moses, and then we see Max talking to Loretta, who might be Rachel, but that might be a later theory. We see Vin again. You know, it's just Vin. It's just Vin. It looks so weird seeing the campus in the fall and not the winter. Everything looks so different. This might just be a different part of the campus because there actually in double exposure, there were not many explorable areas around campus. Like we had the one main area in front of the main hall, and then we could go to the observatory, but that's it. That's all we had. So it'd be really cool if we can see some more of Caledon, which it looks like we'll be able to. And then it cuts to Sophie's reveal. Sophie's back, which we expected, but I thought it was going to be something crazier. I don't know how they're bringing her back because Sophie, you know, from double exposure, she left and she was saying, "Are you going to be there for me when I return?" It seemed like she was setting up for like some super crazy villain story, perhaps coming back with a superhero team. I don't know, man, but here it looks like everything's fine and dandy. Haven't seen anything weird or suspicious. The only thing that is suspicious is why is she acting like nothing's happening, but I guess we'll find out later.
Campus burned down, then it means it was supposed to happen.
Sophie saying that the campus burning down means that it was supposed to happen. Yasmin, she looks fine. I know she got shot and it was 8 months ago, but that she lived. She pulled through. Then this is where it starts to get interesting. We see a huge house. No idea whose house this is, what its origin story is, where it came from. This house was not mentioned. Honestly, it's giving like maybe Abraxas Society house. Maybe this is like the leader of the Abraxas Society's house, because even this little like statue fountain thing in the front looks a little suspicious. It looks very vacant. It looks like it's been vacant for a long time.
I know there are consequences to using your powers, but maybe this time is different.
Moses mentioning how Max using her powers always has consequences, but maybe this time it's different. It could very well be. And that fades into this scene where we see Max and Max. Well, maybe we are getting the timelines back as well. I don't know. This is a bit confusing. Maybe this has to do with Max merging the timelines, combining memories. Maybe Max duplicated herself somehow. Maybe we will get two Maxes. I remember I theorized that Max would have like a duplicate villain of herself. Guys, wait, what if Max burnt down Caledon? What if evil Max burnt down Caledon? Oh my god, that'd be insane. Yeah, we'll see more of that. We see Loretta and Max, I assume, in that house. It's burning down. Then here it is. Chloe, the badass, green-haired baddie, is back.
Chloe, how are you here?
Lots to discuss. Right now, I think we should run.
Chloe.
Let's go, Max!
How are you here? Lots to discuss. Oh my god, girl, we have so fucking much to catch up on. Looks like Chloe has a Bronco. I don't know cars. I shouldn't have said that. Oh yes, Chloe looks so good, guys. She looks so good. And then we see this scene of Chloe's parents' tombstone. They have a shared tombstone. And then Joyce's name is erased off the tombstone and replaced with Chloe's. So this is insinuating that my theory was right about Chloe's impossible memories being that she remembered when she died. I don't know if it's every time she died, like I mentioned in my video. All that was mentioned in this trailer was that she remembers dying in the bathroom by Nathan.
I have memories of things that can't possibly be true.
Which is just crazy. Chloe remembers dying. I don't know. That's just mind-boggling. Then we see Chloe, her body here, young Chloe from the bathroom. I think this is older Chloe looking at it. Hold up. Wait. I think I just realized something. Okay, so after this, we see Safi. Safi, I don't know, man. Safi's weird. Something weird's going on with Safi. Maybe Safi's the head of the Abraxas Society. I gotta stop. Okay, so we see Chloe looking at Safi, very upset and confused. It looks like Safi's like laying on the ground or something.
Max, did you do this?
Chloe asking Max if she did this. And girl, yeah, she did this. Chloe going back to the Blackwell bathroom. Oof. You know she has some bad PTSD in there. More shots of Caledon burning. Guys, this has got to be the Abraxas Society. There's a mask. I know that sounds so crazy, but like, I feel like that would be something that the society would have. Honestly, just any cult. It's kind of a given that they would just have. I don't know. We see Chloe pushing this one kid. No idea what that's about. Max wearing the Abraxas Society mask, which is crazy, and that gets my brain turning. What if evil Max is head of the Abraxas Society? We see this guy's back. For some reason, I can't remember his name because I don't really like him. Yeah, he should be in jail, that's for sure. Don't know why he's back. Don't like that. Lucas Colmenero is his name. We see Max and Chloe meeting up with Safi. I don't know, Safi's being sus. I really want to know Chloe's thoughts on Safi. I'm so intrigued to see this trio together. And then in this scene, we see Max and Chloe inside the observatory. I don't know what is going on here. It looks crazy. Also, Chloe in these cute patched up jeans. Love it. Love to see it. Okay, so here we see like 4 different photos. Max is combining 4 different photos, perhaps 4 different timelines.
This isn't fair. You can't have come back to me just to end up here.
Max saying, "You can't have come back to me just to end up here." And Chloe is crying. Guys, so help me. If this means Chloe is going to die again, I don't think I could handle that. I'm saving Chloe regardless. Fuck everybody at Caledon. I am saving Chloe's ass. Then we see it's coming out March 26th. We can also see a free classic outfit pack when you pre-order any edition of the game. So any game edition that you pre-order, you're going to get this classic outfit pack for Max and Chloe, which you got Chloe with the classic blue hair, her skull outfit, and Max with the Jane Doe t-shirt. Love that they gave it to us for free when you pre-order. I think they learned their lesson from the Cat DLC. So along with the reveal trailer for Life is Strange Reunion, they also had a live stream for it, and they had Hannah and Rihanna, who voice acted Max and Chloe. They had a little breakdown of what you can see in the game, answered some questions, and yeah, just gave some more background. So we're going to go over that in this video as well. I mentioned this earlier, but a few things I noticed differently now watching the live stream is this scene with Chloe in this nightmare or memory. I don't know what it is, but you could see that she's in the Blackwell bathroom because you see the sinks up there on the left, and then when the camera pans over, you can see that she's also in Max's house, according to the fireplace, because that's the same fireplace as in Max's house, but she's also at the overlook area. I don't know. This is just so interesting to me. So it kind of sounds like her memories are being meshed with maybe Safi's memories. Maybe Safi manipulated Chloe. She got in her mind. I don't know.
Not again. It keeps getting worse.
In the clip, she also mentions, not again, it keeps getting worse, insinuating that she's been dealing with this for quite a while. But if you remember in Before the Storm, she had nightmares like this. So I wonder if this is a continuation of that, or if this is... Clearly it's something entirely new because the timelines merged and she remembers dying, and Safi is in her memories that she's having, and she's never even met Safi. In this shot, you can actually see Max looking at a paint can in front of some scaffolding, and I'm sure that's going to bring back some fun memories for her. If you played Life is Strange 1, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
After Life is Strange 1, there's been a solo adventure for each of our characters.
And Before the Storm, Chloe was dealing with so much. Losing her dad, meeting Rachel, and feeling totally abandoned by Max. That time in her life was rough.
I feel like I've grown up with Max too. In Double Exposure, she was haunted by Chloe's absence even while she was trying to move forward. I mean, how do you move on from losing someone who's basically your soulmate? Chloe was always in the back of Max's mind. Even when Max was running around trying to solve a supernatural murder across 2 timelines.
I put this clip in here more so to prove a point, but there were so many people during the release of Double Exposure who were hating on it so much just solely because Chloe was not in the game. This goes to show that Deck 9 always intended to bring Chloe back. There's no way, since the release of Double Exposure, it's been, what, a year and a half? There's no way that they can take the criticism they got from Double Exposure and change up the storyline that quickly. There's no way that's even possible. Plus, it makes sense for each character to have their own game after Life is Strange 1. Chloe got Before the Storm, Max got her time alone in Double Exposure. We got to play each character and see them in their own light, other than being intertwined with one another. And now, with Reunion, they're back together once and for all. In this next clip, they are explaining how Chloe could come back if you sacrificed her in the original Life is Strange. I think they did it. They did it, guys. They found a loophole on how saving Arcadia Bay and saving Chloe can both be canon, and Chloe can still be alive. All they had to do was merge the timelines. When Max merged timelines to save Safi, it changed everything. Anyways, here we have Chloe explaining to Max the visions that she's having, and she's also mentioning how she sees her in her visions. And at first I thought it was Rachel she was talking about, but the more I think about it, I think it's Safi, because later in the live stream it's mentioned that Safi is in Chloe's memories for some reason, even though she never met Safi. And of course she's talking about how she remembers dying on the bathroom floor by Nathan.
What else do you see in your visions besides her?
Me? Dying on the Blackwell bathroom floor. I know it's not real, but it feels so... Did I die?
I saved you. No! Then when the storm came, you asked me to go back and undo it. You saved Arcadia Bay. When you died...
This is bad. Reality isn't supposed to work like this.
You're alive. I don't care how or why. This is beyond anything I ever dreamed of.
But what the hell happened? How am I here right now?
Let's back up. When did the vision start? Was it just before Christmas?
How did you know that?
Because last December, my friend Safi lost control of her powers. For a while, there were 2 separate realities. One where Safi was alive, one where she was dead. I managed to merge them back together. But
Maybe I merged more than.
And at the end there, it's interesting. Max is showing Chloe this piece of paper, and it has Sophie's picture on it, and it also has writing on it. So it looks like it was two different sheets of paper or something. Maybe I'm stretching here. But maybe, what if this was Sophie's friend's essay that Lucas stole and wrote his book about? I don't know. Maya, I believe, was her name. What if Maya is also alive? That'd be crazy. Then in this version, if you chose to save Chloe instead, Max vividly remembers the storm, obviously, because that is what happened, but Chloe sees that as the dream. And Max is shocked when she finds out that Joyce in the town is fine. Honestly, the best news about all this is Joyce is alive.
That same scene you just watched plays out differently in the timeline where Max sacrificed Arcadia Bay to save Chloe.
What else do you see in your visions besides her?
A storm destroying Arcadia Bay. And my mom's grave. I know the town is fine and my mom's alive, but it feels so.
What do you mean? I don't know what's happening, but there definitely was a storm. And I'm so sorry, but your mom didn't make it.
Okay, it's pretty messed up for you to make me prove something like this, but voila. A selfie for my mom's gram. Stardate, 1 month ago.
Joyce is alive? In the town?
It's right where we left it.
Oh, shit. How do we have two separate realities? And how is Arcadia Bay back?
Then here we are shown that at the beginning of Life is Strange Reunion, we are going to be able to determine the relationship options that we had in Double Exposure and even in the first Life is Strange game. So we have like friend zoning Amanda, we have Chloe if she lived or died, if we romance Chloe at all, supported Sophie, and then our relationship with Ben. I'm quite interested to see how this plays out in all these different scenarios and the possibilities. Because, like, for example, I romanced Amanda, but I also romanced Chloe in the first Life is Strange game. So seeing that play out, that's going to be interesting. And then how Sophie's going to tie into all of this, whether we support her or not, I don't know. I'm really interested to see where they take this and how they explain it all. Then in this scene, it looks like we are in the basement with Max and Loretta. The basement of that one mysterious house that I assume is the leader of the Abraxas Society's house, or it's like the Society's house in general. It looks very culty in the basement. Looks like there's a shrine on the wall, and there's like a little seance circle on the ground. It looks like Max and Loretta locked themselves in there, and they are actually, well, not Max and Loretta, but some other people are demolishing the building, and they have to detonate the bombs in the basement because they are locked in the room. But clearly they're looking for something, so they can't blow their cover. You know what this scene reminds me of? It reminds me of the scene where Max and Chloe are trying to break into Principal Wells' office in the first Life is Strange game in episode 3. That's just the vibe it's getting.
This is crazy. Crap. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do I do?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
It's crazy. Holy shit! We need to get out of here before someone finds us.
In this next scene, it looks like Moses and Max are trying to get a better understanding of her power, finally. We can see on this whiteboard here everything that they've already gone over and what's been tested and what to avoid. So on the whiteboard it says rewinding 5 minutes or less is safe, rewinding with objects is safe, small changes made in the past is safe, rewinding in front of others is also safe. Then they have the question, why don't people notice when Max teleports? Which honestly is a good question. Then for untested, they have timeline shifting, no evidence of other timelines since the merge, which the merge is obviously whenever Max merged the Safi alive or Safi dead timeline. Then it says avoid photo jumping and large changes made in the past, which, yeah, I would agree with that. Then over on the right side of the whiteboard, what really stuck out to me was the part that says splitting the timeline into, again, no plans to test could kill Safi, which I guess is a given. It could kill Safi, but it looks like we are not going to be splitting the timelines again. We're not going to be jumping back and forth between timelines. It's just going to be the rewind power. Which in the end, it might just come down to killing Safi or killing Chloe or killing someone else. But maybe it is going to be based around Safi. And if that's the case, sorry, Safi. I never liked you to begin with. This scene here is really interesting because we see Max wearing this really cool mask. She looks great in it, honestly. I assume it's a mask for her to stay hidden while she's exploring the Breakfast Society house because she's not a part of the society. Or maybe, wait, what if this is like the leader's mask and Max is having to like role play as the leader to get around the house and snoop around? That'd be crazy. I don't know. I'm really intrigued by this though. I'm really intrigued by this. It looks like there's also this guy here on the chair who is knocked out and we cannot save him. Don't know if he's alive or dead, but oh well. In this scene here, it looks like we are going to be playing as Chloe, and they're explaining how the backtalk is back for Chloe. Again, she doesn't have a power, obviously, but she's able to backtalk to people, get some secret information about certain things. They also mentioned that she's able to get into places on campus that Max is not able to. That's so cool. We're literally going to be working as Max and Chloe together on this mystery. I'm so excited for that.
You're going on the banned list. Are you a student?
No.
Good. Then I'm banning you from campus, too. Name?
Shit. Better think fast. Thing is, I'm actually a prospective graduate student. I'm here to visit campus.
What program?
I'm doing astrology and whatnot.
Uh-huh. And where are you matriculating from?
At the end of the live stream here, they are discussing some of the possibilities of who started the fire and why. They mentioned Max thinking it's arson. Personally, I think it has to do with the Abraxas Society because they also mentioned the possibility of trying to bury something deeper. So I'm thinking that the Abraxas Society has some crazy shit going on. There's so much information on the Abraxas Society that we don't know, and I could very well see that being the culprit of the fire because there's so many protests going up against the Abraxas Society. I don't know. I'm so intrigued to see what we find out about it and why everybody's so against it. Because in the first game, Double Exposure, I mean, we didn't really get much information other than that box. I still haven't figured out what was inside the box. I can't remember. But yeah, there's definitely some weird cult stuff going on here. I'm super excited to see where they take this storyline. They also mentioned that so many lives at Caledon are at risk. I'm actually curious how many lives are actually at risk because the thing with Deck 9 is they're not so keen on actually having consequences to the choices and actions that you make in the Life is Strange titles that they have made. So yeah, I'm really interested to see. Imagine, like, we can determine the fate of everybody at Caledon, not just like as a group, not like as a whole of like Caledon just be wiped out, but each individual character like Vin, Safi, Amanda, Reggie, Loretta, Lucas, everybody, Chloe, Max. Maybe the game's gonna end with us having to choose between Chloe and Max living. Actually, please don't do that to me. I don't think I can handle that. But yeah, I'm super excited to see how that plays out. I just had a crazy little theory. What if the Abraxas Society somehow knows about Max's power and is obsessed with it. And it's a cult about powers. It's about all these people in the Life is Strange universe who have powers. Like, oh my god, that might be a video on its own. Holy cow, that's such a crazy concept. Like, this whole cult being focused around Max, or just these powers in general, and then maybe that's why at the end of the game we'll have to decide whether Max lives or everybody dies. Because if that's the case, I could see us having to choose to save Max at the end or sacrifice her for some other gain. Oof. I could really see that. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video. It took me so long to edit and I had to redo it so many times because my mic was muted multiple times. But yeah, closing thoughts. I'm so excited to see Max and Chloe return. I'm excited to find out more about the Abraxas Society and its impact on how maybe the fire started. Yeah, also excited to see how everybody's relationships they play out in this, because it seems like we have a lot of different variant options. I'm also wondering if this game is only going to be 3 episodes, since they mention that it takes place over the course of 3 days. I hope it's more than just 3 episodes. Also, the price is only $40, which maybe that's just Deck 9 taking the constructive criticism that they received from Double Exposure being so expensive and not everything they wanted. But yeah, I hope that there are more than 3 episodes in this game. Guys, it does look like this is going to be the end of Max and Chloe's story. Unfortunately, they mentioned multiple times that this is the finale in Max and Chloe's story. Oh my god, it makes me so sad to think that we'll never see them again. But you know what? I waited 10 years for this. I'm glad we got to see them one more time and play as them both together again. It does make me so sad to think about, but yeah, icons, they'll be missed. I do wonder how they will continue the Life is Strange series, if they continue at all. I imagine they will base it off of sales. Honestly, I know that Deck 9 is not going to be continuing any more Life is Strange games. Deck 9 actually is not going to exist after this game is released. They're not going to exist after they release. All of the employees have been let go one after another after their job has been done. So it's going to be up to Square Enix, really, whether they want to hire a new dev team to continue the Life is Strange series. Obviously, we won't see Max and Chloe again, but we could see other returning characters like Sean, Daniel, Alex, or perhaps even smaller characters like how we saw Steph in the DLC for True Colors. Maybe we will find out that a character we met in the past actually has superpowers and has had them all this time, and we'll get some backstory on that. Or maybe they'll introduce a new character, or maybe this will just be the end. I really hope that is not the case for this series, but I do think they're going to base it on sales, because Double Exposure did not meet their hopes, but they were contracted to do Double Exposure and Reunion. But yeah, obviously it's going to be a new dev team, but we'll see if they do end up continuing the series. I hope they do. I really hope they do. We also didn't see Diamond in this reveal trailer at all, which maybe she's like a phoenix or something. What if Diamond is the reason for the fire starting, and she's like the queen of the Abraxas Society, and she has these fire powers? Whoa. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have so many theories to get writing. This game comes out in 2 months. Gotta get it pumping out. Yeah, let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see or hear me talk about. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Who fucking knows what will happen next? But it will happen to us, okay? Because I'm not going anywhere. Visit